Say, are you a talking head or an effective communicator? Your audience can tell the difference in 6 seconds. Hi, I'm Laura Doman, helping you to tell your story well with a few tips from the entertainment world. And by the way, congratulations! If you didn't already know, you're a storyteller. Yep, if you're about to talk on camera, even if you just think it's a run-of-the-mill message, it's still a story that you're telling. So you might as well make it as interesting as possible. I'm going to talk today about your delivery and how to make it dynamic and even a bit entertaining to your viewers. We're going to take it in 2 parts, straight from the actor's handbook. First, script analysis, to map out the journey that your story takes. And second, specific techniques to enhance your delivery. Now, in the film and TV world, script analysis is the careful reading of a scene to understand what's going on. The setting, the characters, their reactions, their thoughts, objectives, obstacles, and goals. It's figuring out the strategies and the tactics that these characters are going to use to get what they want. And it's a bit of a roller coaster ride. Yeah, characters have started off in one place and then they end up in another, usually with changes in their outlook or behavior. A character might just get his comeuppance, coming in cocky and then leave embarrassed, dejected, or mad, or even all the above. That's what makes a story interesting to watch. Seeing what happens to the characters, how they react, and especially if they're going to react in a bad way. Script analysis uncovers all the twists and turns of the storyline so that an actor can just play it to the maximum effect. Now, translated to the business world, this means knowing who you're going to talk to and about what, taking into account what your audience already knows, what they don't, deciding what you want them to learn differently or do differently, and how you're going to present your very best case to make that all happen. Now, in the business world, it's also more of a jungle cruise than a roller coaster ride. After all, you're informing, you're going to persuade, you're going to teach, not just entertain. No, the stuff is still there, but the audience is not going to be thrown for a loop, usually. The ride, though, is made up of the story and the information that you're going to be sharing to take it to where your audience needs to go. It's going to be designed to take them from one starting spot to an end. And now this is where technique comes in. Actors know that how we deliver something matters as much and sometimes more than the words themselves. Technique number 1. First, we can change our pace and our volume to add context and meaning. We do this naturally, slowing down when we make an important point and speeding up when we're talking casually or just throwing out a joke. Volume can be used effectively, especially if it's something your viewers have to pay attention to. You can always increase your volume, but you know what might be even more effective? Saying it quietly and slowly. It means the audience has to lean in a little bit just to hear what you're saying and pay more careful attention. It's a more intimate approach. Technique 2. We can also emphasize certain words or phrases to draw attention to what we're trying to say. Imagine the keywords, the phrases, the concepts are all in a bold font, and they're meant to stand out. Take your time saying them so that the viewer knows that they are especially important. Technique 3. There's pauses. Sometimes the biggest reaction is to what we're not saying. People wonder if you're leaving something out. It can be a dramatic effect to draw people into your message. Like with the quieter, almost whispery delivery, people will perk up, wondering what's coming next. After all, you didn't finish your sentence, and that can be almost maddening. So, how do you know when to speed up, slow down, emphasize some points, not others, and add pauses? Well, let's go back to script analysis. Think about your message and the most important points that you have to make. Start off with these 3 questions. What's especially important? What do you want your viewers to know and remember? What do you want them to do? These high points are what you want to make memorable with your delivery. Write them down on paper and get them in your mind. Think about why they're important and why your viewers need to be aware of them. Now, decide also what you want to emphasize and how you want to do it. Volume, pace, emphasis, pauses, and then rehearse. And then forget about it. Just deliberately don't even use any technique on camera. Just tell your story. That script analysis will automatically be back there in your mind when you need it and when you want to use a certain technique. It's the actor's old prepare and then forget about it approach. Just focus on telling a really good story to your audience and it'll be compelling enough. Oh, and one more thing. Really, you don't have to worry about your particular style. If you're an energetic person, great. You're going to attract a lot of viewers with your positive, exuberant self. If you're quieter and you project a more academic presence, also great. Viewers are going to see you as an expert worth listening to. So give it a try and let me know how it goes. I would love to hear from you. Put down any questions or comments below or send me an email to laura@lauradoman.com. I'll respond directly or in a future video. In the meantime, have fun, and I'll see you soon with another tip on camera.